your life, because why I'm curious about this, I heard because my friend Zina, she talked about you, and I'm curious about your job, what you're doing with healing and with people, how you help people, and why. Because I'm traveling around the world, and I know for me travels are a good therapy. And I also did some therapy in Moldova. It's, I don't know if in the US it's the same thing. It's like psychosomatic. It's very interesting for me because I could understand that my trauma, it's not only my trauma, it's also my family's trauma, and like there is a lot of generations. So I will let you talk about what you are doing and just explain me more.
So what my work? So what I do is I call my work light work. I'm a light worker. So I choose to walk through the pure energy of the God, the goddess, the God that is in us, in all of us. So to serve that and to help other people with it, and so that means I do energy healing and I do self-awareness coaching. And how do I do energy healing is, so that means if someone would come to me, like as you said, you had some traumas, you have some problems in your life, etc., you will come to me and I will ask you, what is it? So that means in the meantime where you talk, I'm receiving a lot of energies and I can see them, I can see the background, I can see colors, I can see nuts, and everything that is there and how far it goes and how deep it goes. But in the same time, I have to be very delicate, very, very delicate, because we are talking to you right now to an ego that is maybe hers. So that means I can't tell you immediately everything. So that means even I see everything, I have to be careful and tell you step by step what I see and where it's coming from, without to cause harm, right? Because I'm responsible for you in that moment, to take care of you, because you opened yourself to myself, right? To me. So that means I have to be very, 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 very careful with that. So that means, and when I see that, and I open myself to what I see, that means I will see if you're ready for it. And if I see you're ready for it, then I'm gonna open up for it. And in the meantime, where I see where I will see like trust from you, that you open yourself to me, that is, you don't notice that, but that's actually where the healing starts.
Ah, okay.
Without, because your ego doesn't need to understand, your head doesn't need to understand. You just open to me, you just open yourself to me, right? And in a moment where the doors are open, I can see everything, you trust me. And in a moment where I see then everything, and your higher self and your subconscious trusts me. So that means through that energy, I can feel, hear, see, and that's where the healing starts. And then in the meantime, where the healing starts and the unknotting starts, that's where I start to tell you what is happening, what happened, etc., etc. So, and the other thing, when you said trauma about the ancestors, it goes back. Yeah, it's our DNA, right? So that means it's in us. So that means it's when your mom gave birth to you. So that means it just didn't start with your birthing time. It started actually already. That's my belief. That's what I experienced. It starts with the conceptions. So that's the energy that was created, the man part. How was he in the conception time? How was the mother in the conception time? Was it in love, right? So, and all that energy, the soul can already feel it and already get all the energies. And if there was trauma, that means it's already in you, it's already built in your disc, and that's you bring it out with you. So you can also get trauma from that part and wonder what it is. And then there is the other thing is your mom, when she was in her mom's belly, she must have also experienced so many stuff. So, and that is what we call also inherited, like everything, right? And that is in your DNA, and that's what we call them. I don't know. Sometimes we have some traumas, right? I can go in deep water, and then is it really yours?
Yes, it's like what about fears and
Exactly. Is it really mine? Maybe it's from the other incarnation, but maybe your mom, when she was pregnant with you, she maybe didn't feel well when she was in the deep water, and you just got the information, and your soul needed to save that information, even it's you didn't need it, something like that. So yeah.
So what is the difference with psychology? The way you are healing people.
Mm-hmm. Can you go more specific about it?
For example, if I'm going to see a psychologist, I never did actually, so I cannot compare. But I think a psychologist will just listen to me. I don't know. He give me advice, give me tools. I don't know. What about
yes,
you? Do you have
I
some
methods,
tools?
In psychology right now, it's important, right, for someone who's not open for the holistic healing, to get an understanding for his daily life. The difference is also the body needs to be healed. You can understand a lot, but if the body doesn't get the attention that it needs, you can understand 100 years, but it has to sink in your cells.
So if I understand,
in the body, yeah,
you put a harmony between body and the mental.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly, okay.
So the balance between the consciousness and the subconsciousness, and in the subconsciousness is involved the emotions and all the feelings, right? So that means when once happened a trauma, worst case, break. So you can go to a therapist and talk about it if it helps you. The woman or the man, whoever who experienced that stuff, who experienced that, will be able to understand and everything, etc., etc. But the real healing, it's the body, right?
Yes,
so that means we have to go,
because we.
So that is the difference. So that means to go back and it can, it's also trauma therapy, but in my case it's energy therapy, because everything is energy. All the information is energy. So that means I have to locate that energy that, for example, if I was raped, right? So that means I have to go back with a lot of delicates and a lot with sensitivity and understanding. I have to go back to that time and see that energy, all the information that happened there, and slowly transform it. How do I transform it? Through taking just the part that was hurt and give it my security that needs right now, right? So you can do it on the psychology way, but the other way being more emotional about it. Okay. You give it the room. Yeah.
So do you feel my energy, for example?
Not a little bit, but you're a little bit closed up. I can see your shoulders. I can see how you tied it up a little bit around the shoulders. So that's not very open.
Okay, so you also...
So are you allowing me to go inside and see?
Yes.
Okay. So it's very open. So is there something that you want to know?
How to heal the relationship with my mom?
How is the relationship towards yourself?
I thought about.
So
I was thinking about.
So that means when we were kids, right, we were relating on our parents. But when we get older, we relate on our inner child. So that means if I'm looking for a mother, how can I be a mother for myself?
Okay.
How can I be the mother for my inner child? So what would my inner child need right now that I can give right now? So that means the relationship has to start to heal here. So that, and as long as more you start to heal the relationship between you and your inner child and whatever happened, and heal all your needs that you weren't fulfilled back then, you give it to yourself. So that means you create a relationship. It's getting better and better. As much as it gets better, you're less pointing on your mom. So that means you will have, so that the next step would be like, after you have the relationship with, created a relationship with yourself, the next step would be an understanding, creating an understanding. My mom didn't know better back then. She didn't know better. She was just human. Right? It doesn't excuse if she hit me, and it doesn't excuse it. But her mindset knew only that. So it means we create an understanding towards that, right? And if I create an understanding, I can be less in anger. I can be less in pain. Just like, oh, she didn't know better. What a poor girl she was back then, right? So and that gives more room in the end to talk without conflict, right? So that's that.
Okay. How long can take therapy with you?
How long? So wow, it depends on the client, how willing. So I had some clients, it clicked in the same time, as it clicked in a moment. It can take 60 minutes till 3 hours.
Oh, that's great.
For one session that is very deep and intimate, no people in the room, then you can receive much more, you can be much more open, you can show your vulnerability, and stuff comes up that you weren't even aware about it, right?
That's good, because I'm thinking, for example, for people who travel as me, they can come here in Waikiki and Honolulu, because you live here, not
exactly, in town, yeah.
And they can come for a trip, for vacation, and they can be healed by you, because it depends, of course.
Healing starts. Everyone is their own healer. I'm just a guide. I'm just a light worker. I'm just putting light on it. I receive information and give the package to the human being that came to me, some tools, some ideas, and that's how healing starts.
And we can maybe start the therapy here and to continue by Zoom.
Exactly. So the most healing starts in the first session. Always. For me, my experiences, the most healing starts on the first session, and the others are just like a domino, or just like they fall with each other. Just like sometimes people will come back at 3-6 weeks later, just like, Sohra, I know you said that, but somehow there's some other stuff come up. So I need help with that. I need help with this. I need help with that. So until someone is stable and has the tools to deal with it by itself. But sometimes it's also good to get help. Right? Even the biggest healer needs another one, and that is very smart and healthy. Right?
It's very interesting to conversate with you. It's like it can be a very long vlog, but I don't want you tell all your secrets to everyone here. So I think the better thing I can do is to take your contact, to put here in to write down in this vlog, and people can contact you when they are coming here in Oahu.
Oh, I appreciate
so
that.
Thank you to all the subscribers to follow us, to comment, why not to comment, and also to share this vlog. And we are going with the adventure. Thank you very much for the vlog.
Thank you.
It's very interesting. I'm curious traveler, so that's why. Thank you, Zina, for putting me in contact with you. And when I come back, I will see you again. I will meet you again.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you so much.